Dear brothers and sisters, let us continue the book reading Voice Real written by Babuji Maharaj, chapter Afflictions. The restless tendencies of the mind have gone up to an abnormal level in the present age. One may be seen worried for his scanty means, another for his growing wants, still another for his health, comfort, fame, etc. Even the rich who are luckily bestowed with most of what they crave for have worries of one type or another. None perhaps might be having rest and peace in the world. Everyone is faced with his own problems related mostly with his personal wants and desires, which create for him miseries and troubles. A man remains entangled in them, finding no way out. But the bravest is he who is happy in all cases and under all circumstances. Great sages have given preference above all to poverty and hardship. One of the ancient sages is known to have prayed to God to bestow upon him all the miseries of the world. Such have been the souls who could have made the highest progress and finally attained a permanent life of eternal bliss. Here, Babuji Maharaj is explaining us about the restless tendencies of human mind. The mind have gone up to an abnormal level in the present scenario of material world. One may be seen worried for his scanty means, that is, insufficient earnings even to fulfill the livelihood, and another for his growing wants. Though he is having sufficient money to fulfill his livelihood, but his wants are growing day by day. So, to fulfill those wants or desires, he has to work more and he has to earn more. Because of that, he is worried. And some people are worried about their health, comfort, name, fame, power, position, etc. For example, if a person is bestowed with all the things, whatever he craved for it, still he is worried because he is having one or the other type of worries. Why? All these things are because of the desires. The desire is like a chain. If one fulfills one desire, the other desire will take its place. So it goes on continuing. Because of this only, no one on this earth is having rest and peace, because we are but slaves of our wishes. That's what Babuji Maharaj has given us in the prayer, to overcome that slavery of our wishes. Because of these wishes or personal wants, or we may call it as desires, each and every individual in this world is suffering from miseries, troubles, afflictions. And Babuji Maharaj is saying that the man remains entangled in them, finding no way out. Even though one want to come out of that, he could not. Why? Because he entangled himself in the clutches of desires. So, what is the solution for this? Is there any solution for this? Definitely there is a solution for this. For that, Babuji Maharaj is saying the person, we can call him as the bravest, is he who is happy in all cases and under all circumstances. How is this possible? It's highly impossible, isn't it? Then how to make it possible? That is very important. See, when we start thinking that whatever the miseries that has come to our part is bestowed by God, it is a boon rather than a curse. If we start thinking in that way and accepting each and everything in our life as the gift of Master or God, then where is the question of miseries or troubles or afflictions? Absolutely no miseries, because all those things has descended to us for our betterment only, for our spiritual progress only. If this is the way of our thinking, then definitely we will become the bravest and will be always happy under all circumstances and situations. And one more thing, what Babuji Maharaj is telling here is that great sages have given preference above all to poverty and hardship. One of the ancient sages is known to have prayed to God to bestow upon him all the miseries of the world. Really, it is astonishing, isn't it? Will anybody pray for miseries, that too, all the miseries of the world? No, never. Then why this has happened in the case of that ancient saint? Just if we think about this, we will come to know what is the secret behind it. See, if we undergo some miseries or afflictions, what happens inside us? Just check. The churning action begins within us. It churns us, and slowly, our ego starts melting away and it gets molded as how it should be for a spiritual aspirant to progress in the path of God realization. So, these miseries indirectly they help us to progress in the path of God realization. Because of that only, such souls could have made the highest progress and finally attained a permanent life of eternal bliss. So, dear brethren, let us try for it. Let us think that all the miseries or afflictions that are bestowed by our Guru or God for our betterment, and accept it wholeheartedly and proceed in our path to attain that highest progress and permanent life of eternal bliss. Let us read further. Thoughts which one makes or has made remain afloat in the Brahmanda Mandal and transform into energy. At times, they strike a man's heart, causing their impressions in accordance with the capacity and nature of the man. But if he remains inattentive towards them, their intensity is lost and they become almost ineffective. If we form the habit of paying no heed to them, they will have no effect upon us. A saint or a Mahatma is not in any way different from an ordinary worldly man, except that his mind and senses are in a well-disciplined state and wholly under his control. He remains free from the effect of the different hues and colors of the world and remains ever merged in his own, the one colorlessness. He attains a state of contentment and settledness which breathe in an atmosphere of peace and calmness. Here, Babuji Maharaj is explaining us about Brahmanda Mandal. See, in this Brahmanda Mandal, that is the cosmic region, thoughts which one makes or has made already remain afloat in the Brahmanda Mandal, and it gets transformed into energy. This is very subtle and sensitive aspect to be understood and observed. Why? Because how we think, we create our atmosphere. The quality of our thoughts will create our atmosphere. So, if we think in a divine way, we can create that divine atmosphere. And if we think in a grosser way, that grosser atmosphere will be created. So then, who are the creators of the atmosphere? We people and our thinking. That's the reason why when anybody approaches a saint, they will feel a blissful atmosphere. And as soon as they come back to their home, the atmosphere will be entirely different. This is the reason why one will feel blissful when he approaches a saint. Because always that saint will be in the remembrance of God. He will be in that state of condition. So that atmosphere has been created. And Babuji Maharaj here, he is telling that these thoughts may strike a man's heart, causing their impressions in accordance with the capacity and nature of the man. But if he remains inattentive towards them, their intensity is lost and they become almost ineffective. Otherwise, if he pays attention towards it, then everything will be miserable. For this, I want to share my own experience. See, after some years of practice, one fine day, my condition has become like this. All irrelevant thoughts were flowing, which are nowhere connected to me. They were so impure, and even some thoughts were even destructive also. Then just imagine what was my situation. Then immediately I called Pujya Sri Raghavendra Rao Sahib of Raichur and told him everything about this. Appa, this is my condition. I am unable to bear it. It is so unbearable. All irrelevant thoughts are pervading. What I have to do? Why this is happening? I am unable to understand. And in addition to this, these thoughts are nowhere connected to me at all. Then immediately he replied that, don't worry, nothing to worry. These are all not your thoughts at all. They are all from Brahmanda Mandala. They are the thoughts of other people, not yours. They will be floating in Brahmanda Mandala. Just it has struck your heart, that's it. So, no need to pay any attention towards them. Just ignore them. They will lose their power and they will become almost ineffective. So, that was the guidance given by Raghavendra Rao Sahib. Now, after reading this, just I am recollecting my personal experience. I think many of our Abhyasis might have experienced this. And further, Babuji Maharaj is saying that a saint or a Mahatma is not in any way different from an ordinary worldly man. So, there is no difference between an ordinary worldly man and a saint, except that his mind and senses are in a well-disciplined state and wholly under his control. But in case of a worldly man, he is totally disturbed and his mind is like untamed monkey, and he has become the slave of his sense perception. So there is no discipline at all. And a saint or a Mahatma, he is free from the effects of the different hues and colors of the world and remains ever merged in his own, the one colorlessness. Whereas a worldly man, ordinary worldly man, is entangled in the attraction of this colorful, glittering world. So, he will be always restless and will be suffering. A saint, through his spiritual practice, attains a state of contentment and settledness, which breathe in an atmosphere of peace and calmness, because he remains always merged in his own self, which has no color or colorless. So, dear brethren, it is now our journey to attain this state of condition, that is permanent peace and calmness, through our spiritual practice, and it is possible only by the grace of Master. With this, I conclude today's satsang. Let us know more aspects in the forthcoming satsang. Till then, I take leave. Pranams. Namaste.